You wanted to see me, Mr. Johansson? Yes, thank you. I will have a seat. What is it you wanted to talk to me about, sir? Mm-hmm. 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 Mr. Johansson, with respect, I've been working 5 years without a vacation for your company. Now I get it. I've been working at this client's site for only a little over a year. But I've been working for the security company for 5 without a vacation. I put in my vacation request and it got approved. I've already bought the tickets. Oh, yes, sir. I've already bought the plane tickets. They're non-refundable. I'm headed over to Vegas, and I'm going to have a little bit of a legalized debauchery. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, sir, I can't explain that, Mr. Johansson. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, you want me to speak frankly? All right, I will. It was a very stupid idea converting this asylum into a public library. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know that the client, Mr. Collins, spent a great deal of his personal wealth converting this place. And almost from day one, there were issues. Now, there weren't any workers killed, but there were quite a few who got injured, weren't there? Yes. I'll just say it, Mr. Johansson, we all know this place is haunted. Former mental asylum with some horrific abuses. Converted to a library. Things were quiet for the first few weeks after all of those workers got injured building the place up. And then, well then, things started happening. Flooding in the basement. Water black as midnight. Other issues here and there. That mysterious black cat appearing with a tendency to attack workers, librarians, other members of the security staff. Well, yes, I've seen that black cat. It walks up to the desk when I'm there. Sometimes I pet the cat, give it a little bit of my favorite lunch, tuna fish salad. Yes, sir. And then when the cat is done eating, it usually nods at me. I nod back and it walks off somewhere. I don't know where. Well, sir, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe that black cat hasn't attacked me because I feed it. Oh, no, sir. No. I am not the exterminator. And that is a cat, not a rat. I am not going to reach out, grab the cat by the throat, and then what? Throw it out the window? Shove it into a cage? I wouldn't want to be treated like that. And some of the reports from the other security guards, at least, the ones who stayed longer than a handful of shifts, all stated the same thing. That cat never attacked anyone. That didn't bother it or try to attack it. It's not as though the cat is possessed. Well, sir, it's just a black cat. Some of the other things happening here, well, yeah, everyone says it's the ghosts, the spirits of the patients who used to be here and were horribly mistreated, especially by one particular warden. Well, I'm sorry you don't like that expression, sir. Mr. Johansson, I'm sure there's another title for that absolutely evil man that ran this place most of the years it was open. What can I say? Everyone around here refers to that sick, twisted individual as the warden. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Johansson, I don't know why the spirits are not attacking me. I don't know what to tell you. This place should have just been left alone. Or maybe it should have been sold, demolished, and a new mental asylum put in its place, one that actually helps people. Maybe that would appease the spirits. I don't know. I'm not a spiritualist. I'm not a medium. I'm not a witch. I don't have a broom. I don't fly on it. All right, sir. All right. I'm sorry, Mr. Johansson, but you did tell me to be blatantly frank and honest with you. This giant public library never should have been built. And with all due respect, we both know that's true. There goes that darn generator again. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, Mr. Johansson, that thing is always going down. Always. I mean, it doesn't make sense why we have a backup generator to the backup generator. I mean, maybe that was the ghosts, or the spirits, or the specters, whatever you want to call them, Mr. Johansson. But as far as my vacation goes, I deserve one. So what's the issue? Oh, I see. You can't get anyone to work here on October 31st. Oh, I see. Yeah. You've got Greg, who's willing to work his usual morning shift, but then he's out of here by 3. And no one wants to work second shift because that ends at 11. And of course, no one wants to work third shift. Well, sir, honestly, yes, I was here last Halloween. Nothing happened to me working third shift, or the spooky graveyard shift, as some people call it. What do you want me to say, sir? No, sir, I will not be cutting my vacation short. I earned those 2 weeks. Heck, I earned a full month. I could have taken a full month. I only took 2 weeks. No, sir. No, sir. You could not pay me enough money to cancel my vacation, and the tickets to Vegas are non-refundable. Well, with respect, Mr. Johansson, there you go again about how the black cat has never attacked me. I've never tried to harm it. And as for the spirits haunting the library, well, I don't know why they haven't attacked me. Ever. You think you do? Well, okay, I'm listening. Mm-hmm. 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 Mr. Johansson, could I take a look at that picture again? Wow. Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Johansson. There is definitely a slight resemblance. Oh. Okay. Well, you believe the man in the photo looks exactly like me. But that would be impossible, Mr. Johansson. Well, I wasn't alive back in 1949. I was only born in 1975. You think I'm the reincarnation of that particular security guard who used to work here? Okay, no. I don't believe it either. I mean, yes, there are certain things we can't explain, and I don't know what to tell you about them, Mr. Johansson. Life is just funny that way. There are certain things in life that can't be explained. I try not to think about them because it doesn't benefit me in any way, shape, or form. But yes, the man in the picture does look a bit like me. All right, you think he looks exactly like me. And the photo is from 1949. Okay. Back when this place had some of the worst years of its existence, shortly after the war, lots of shell shock soldiers sent here instead of getting proper treatment. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Johansson. Oh, I see. So that particular security guard in the photo had a reputation for being very loud, very angry, but he treated all of the patients with kindness, respect, and understanding. But he was very moody and would sometimes be angry and loud, and then, I guess, in the blink of an eye, he was kind and caring towards the patients. And I guess the warden didn't like that. Well, I don't know what to tell you, sir. Maybe the spirits who are trapped here in this library once asylum, maybe they see me as that security guard. They're just mistaken. Well, now, Mr. Johansson, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair at all. I dealt with a trespasser who had a weapon. I got him to calm down. Mr. Johansson, yes, I did yell at him. Yes, I did threaten him. Yes, I do have a high energy level. No, I don't have anger issues. I have my anger under control. How do you know that? Well, how about the fact that I'm still working here? Because, Mr. Johansson, I've been working security long enough to know how this game is played. If Mr. Collins was upset with me, he could snap his fingers and tell you to yank me from this site, and you would, because he's the client, he's the one who pays the bills, he's the one who makes sure all the security guards get paid, he's the one who makes sure you get paid. Let's just be honest about that. So gotta keep the client happy. If the client says, I want that guard gone, then I'm gone. Mr. Collins never said that. And also, insurance liability reasons. If I had put my hands on that individual, I would have instantly been fired. I'm fully aware of how it works. I'm still here. Well, I didn't know that, Mr. Johansson. I didn't know that the man snuck back into the library after hours on one of my 2 days off and was found bruised, beaten, and barely conscious. Yes. Well, that happens sometimes as well. That's the toilets upstairs, Mr. Johansson. Well, no, I'm fully aware of the fact that the toilets upstairs are being repaired and that they've been broken, but with a lock on the door for the last 3 months, sometimes the toilets go off. What can I tell you? Mr. Johansson, we both know there's no one upstairs in the bathroom. Well, unfortunately, Mr. Johansson, at one point in time, there were children in this asylum before it was a library, and children like to play games, like flushing toilets and running away, although I guess these children don't need to run away, do they, Mr. Johansson? No, they don't. Mr. Johansson, I am not canceling my vacation plans. And as for that reprimand on my file, we both know it doesn't mean anything. And I have no clue how that man who snuck in here after hours on my day off ended up being brutally beaten and shoved into a broom closet. I didn't do it. There's cameras all over this place. Half of them don't work, but there is one pointed right at the broom closet. And obviously my face is not on there. So I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Johansson. Well, no, Mr. Johansson. I guess maybe the reason why the spirits leave me alone is because they think I'm the reincarnation of that security guard who tried his best to look out for them, but ultimately failed. But I guess they respect the fact that he tried. He tried. Mr. Johansson, yes, I worked Halloween, 3rd shift, graveyard shift, last year. No, nothing happened. Mr. Johansson, I don't particularly care if a psychic told you that the spirits are most powerful on Halloween night, and that they might do something horrific inside the library. What do you want me to tell you, Mr. Johansson? Here's an idea. Since no one wants to work 2nd shift or graveyard shift, just close the library until the next morning. Yeah. Have Tony or Craig or Steve work the morning shift, and then when they leave at 3 o'clock, have them chain the doors shut, have them bolt everything shut, have them make sure the place is empty, and then open it up again the next morning. What do you want me to tell you? I mean, it doesn't even matter if I work my shift or not, because you've got no one to work second shift. Oh, Mr. Johansson, absolutely not. You expect me to work a double at my age? 16 hours? No, absolutely not. I am not working 2 shifts in a row. That is not happening. No, absolutely not. Well, what can I tell you, Mr. Johansson? If you want to fire me, go ahead. Heck, I work security. I've got my 8-hour, my 16, and I got my 8-hour annual, which I renewed just 2 weeks ago. And I've got my fire guard license. That's still good. So if you fire me, I'll have another job. And since my vacation time was already approved, you have to pay for that as well. So as soon as my vacation time is over, I come back. Only then does my firing officially take place. So I can go on vacation, relax. I can come back, maybe take a couple of more days off, and then apply for work. And let's face it, Mr. Johansson, you need me more than I need this job. And if what you're saying is true, that I'm the only one keeping these spirits somewhat calm, what are you going to do without me? Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Johansson, but when I go on vacation, with respect, that's going to be your problem.